Welcome to Donald Jones Stadium here at the Kiski School in Salzburg, Pennsylvania. We have the Kiski Cougars taking on the cadets of the Linsly School. In our first matchup of the day here during the Midwest Prep Invitational, both teams were on the losing end last night as Linsly lost to Western Reserve Academy 4-0, and Kiski lost a heartbreaker late in the second half to Lake Forest Academy. It was a battle. Kiski came back late to tie the game, and within the last minute, LFA was able to put one in the back of the net to capture the victory. So we're just getting ready to get started here. Both teams are finishing their warm-ups, and we're going to take the field here. Kiski will be wearing all black today, and LFA will be wearing, or not LFA, Linsly will be wearing a combination of white and black trimmed in orange. So stick with us, and we'll be getting underway here in just a moment. Kiski will be moving offensively from left to right on your screen. Then they're going to start with the ball. Linsly will be defending the right side of your screen. Again, Kiski in all black, Linsly in a mix of white and black with orange lettering. We'll see how both teams respond to their losses last night. Over on the grass field, happening right now concurrently, is Western Reserve taking on Lake Forest Academy, both winners from last night. Looks like Linsly's going to start with the ball. 40 minutes on the clock here in the first half. And we're underway. Carson sends it forward. Flag down by Kiski. Pastor and Fernandez can't connect. It'll go out of play for a Linsly throw-in. Back to Sebastian Valdez in the back line of Kiski. He plays it back to Matos, the keeper. Sebastian sends it through. off the Linsly defender and cleared back to midfield. Nico Ramirez sends it forward, and nobody's there making a run. That ball will go out of play. It'll be a throw-in deep in the corner for Linsly. To the foot of Alfonso. He taps it back to Valdez. Put into the middle. Battle for possession found by Koto of Kiski. Good ball into Fernandez, just out of his reach. Fernandez likes the idea. 38 minutes and 30 seconds remaining as we're a minute and a half in. Be a goal kick taken by the keeper. Cleared to the near side. Fernandez plays it back to Lomba, across the back line to Alfonso. Dribbling through traffic. Linsly takes it away. Coming the other way is Carson. He pulls up. Pass picked off by Alfonso of Kiski. Alfonso able to use the body and keep possession for Kiski as he was pressured by Ashton Adams of Linsly. 37-20 on the clock as that's booted into the offensive zone for Kiski. Possession's going to be given to Kiski as it's cleared out of play by Linsly. Lomba's going to throw it in. Gets it into Murillo. Shot by Fernandez. And Kiski's earned a corner kick. Their first of the morning here. 36 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock as they set up in the box for this corner kick that will be taken by Fernandez. He sends it in short to Ramirez. Lomba. Shot attempt by him. Knocked down. Cleared out by Zwecker on the far side. Off the head of Luke Zwicker, and a corner kick earned on the far side. Setting up on that side is Mark Shoebridge to send it in. 35-40 on the clock as he puts it into play. Far post. Alfonso there as the keeper comes over to keep it from going in on that near side corner. Punted out past midfield off of Alfonso. Finds number 11 for Linsly, Toyser Canny. Had this conversation with myself last night, I guess. Toyser Canny. Toyser Canny, not sure. We'll go Connie. Murillo loses possession. It comes the other way. Played up the field. Lomba tracks it down and plays it back to his keeper. 34-44 on the clock. Alfonso plays it into the midfield for Pastor. Ramirez back to Valdez. He's going to chip it on, making a run on the far side is Jose Cotto. And the keeper dives out to keep Linsly out of danger. There is a hurt player on the far side. He's up and he's shaking that off. Ramirez into Murillo. Still scoreless here with 31.5 minutes remaining in the half. And Zwicker clears it across the end line for another Kiski corner kick. Stream may have dropped out there for a minute. We will upload the game in its entirety after the weekend here. Just in case we have any streaming issues, which sometimes we do. So far, Kiski dominating possession, keeping it largely on their side of the field. Linsly yet to put any real pressure on the Kiski goalkeeper. Fernandez finds it off the pass from Ramirez. Nice shot attempt, bends it around, and the keeper makes the save. Carson through the midfield. Adams sends it through. Alfonso into Fernandez. Toysarkani collects it for Linsly. Sent all the way back to Kiski's keeper. Scooped up now under 30 minutes, 29:35 on the clock. Nice ball through. Shoebridge making the run. Save made by the keeper. Looks like it's going to be Ben Weimer, the goalkeeper. As I hear the Linsly coach screaming, "Nice save, Ben." Alfonso puts it back near the keeper. It's Sebastian Valdez. He's going to jog out to midfield with it. Sends the long ball in, looking for Fernandez. Gilbert clears it out temporarily. Shoebridge flags it down for Kiski. Pastor makes the cut. Shot blocked by Linsly. Looked like it was off of Adams. Pastor with a nice touch, sends it back to Valdez. Alfonso puts in the long ball into the box, off the foot of Murillo. Still loose, Munoz with the shot, and it goes off of the football crossbar, just over the net. 27:35 remaining in the half. Chipped on by Shoebridge. Looked like number 9. No, No, it wasn't number 9. Ramirez plays it down, swung out wide by Munoz to Shoebridge. That was number 5, Aiden McPhail, earning possession earlier. Lumba working around, plays it off of Toysarkani. Fernandez to Murillo in the corner. Shot attempt goes wide. Shot cross, we'll call it, because Munoz was there too, looking to redirect it. 26 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Munoz gets to it, puts it to the middle, offset by Ramirez, or to Ramirez. Lumba crosses, off the head is Wicker. And out of play for a Diego Lumba throw in for Kiski.
Into space for Murillo.
Ramirez is going to switch things up, send it back to Valdez. Looks for the pass into the middle. It's Pastor looking to make the turn. Finds Murillo. Nice pass to Fernandez. Shot. Save made by Weimer. Zwicker there to clear things up. Still pressure being applied by Kiski. Pastor with the goal just over Weimer's head. He's going to put one in for Kiski, giving the first goal of the day to the Cougars. Nice shot from Javi Pastor. Turned and just able to float it just over the outstretched hands of Weimer, who gave it his best effort. So Linsly falls behind again here. They fell behind last night and weren't able to recover. They have a different energy about them today, though. Last night they gave up 3 goals early, and that kind of sunk their hopes. But they're battling here today. Kiski has been dominating possession so far, though. Alfonso across midfield. Out of play, it'll be Linsly throwing right below us. It'll be Carson there. He's going to drop it off for McPhail, who sends it in. Off the head of Lumba, further down the sideline. About 20 yards closer to the net. Off the head of Toysarkani. Valdez blasts it back out to the K. Pastor and Fernandez exchange passes. Played into Shoebridge. He chips it forward to Murillo. McPhail is there for Linsly. Over the head of Fernandez. Simone finds it. Puts the ball forward to Shoebridge making the run. And the keeper's there out of his net to keep Linsly out of trouble. Thrown up to the sideline. It'll be out of bounds on the far side. Nope, it's not going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a free kick. Penalty called. 22:30 remaining in the half. Linsly's got to chase it down and get it back to their keeper. Weimer's going to send it forward. Pass is intercepted by Fernandez. Linsly in a bit of trouble. Fernandez with the shot, and he's got it to the right side of the net. Simon Fernandez at 22 minutes and 2 seconds left in the half. He gives Kiski a 2-goal lead over the Linsly Cadets. Backline of Linsly outnumbered there. Plenty of space for the Cougars to operate. See how Linsly responds here. Momentum going with Kiski so far. Going to be Aiden McPhail taking the throw in for the Cadets. Pastor to Murillo. Loose in the Cougars end of the Cadets side of the field. Koto's going to take the throw in for Kiski. 21 minutes now remaining in the half. Alfonso stalks his way forward. Sent through. Past the foot of Murillo. Ben Feinstein is there. He was battling with Luke Lenz for possession. Carson's going to come away with it. Puts the ball forward, looking for Lenz. Into the corner. Koto's going to track it down. Turn off of Lenz and out of play via Kiski throw-in. 20.5 minutes remaining. Lumba right underneath us here on the near side. Give and go between Luis Montas and Murillo. And Murillo's called for the foul. Be a free kick for Linsly. Adams swings it out wide. Cross is deflected. Montas looking to make the turn. Plays it back to Lumba. Ashton Adams in the midfield with Carson. Makes the turn. Has some space, puts it through to Toyserkani. Able to keep it. He's not able to keep it in. Sorry, he reset it quickly over the right side there to Ben Feinstein. He sends it up to Koto. Dropped off to Valdez. 18:40 on the clock as he makes his way towards midfield. Shoebridge is jumped by Carson. Through the middle of the field, and shot attempt by Linsly. Not a lot on it. That was Matt Rodenberg taking that shot. Just trying to redirect the pass. Matos makes the save. Coming the other way is Kiski now. Murillo with some space to operate. Cougars decide to play it back to Valdez, who's looking to distribute the ball. Does so. Ramirez now. Near side here to Diego Lamba. Little skirmish, but Kiski comes away with it. Valdez going to put it forward. Again, back to Valdez. 17.5 minutes remaining in the first half here. Cotto has to make the turn. Defender overruns it. Cotto's now behind him. He's going to run into the corner. Stops up, crosses. And it's Nico Ramirez with the cross from Jose Cotto at 17-10. Makes it a 3-0 Kiski lead over the Linsly Cadets. Nice work from Cotto down the sideline, able to keep possession. Cuts back, makes a nice ball. And Nico running through the middle of the field, able to put just the right touch on it to get it past the keeper. So again, Linsly finds himself down 3-0. Similar game to last night against Western Reserve. Still looking for their first goal here of the Prep Invitational this weekend. Kiski was able to put 2 up last night on LFA, losing 3-2 late. Arguably a much more intense game. Those night games tend to be that way. Here, 10 a.m. in the morning, everybody's still pretty docile for now. Ramirez turning with it. Alfonso finds Ben Feinstein. Shoebridge turns with it, has it poked away. Back to Sebastian Valdez. 16-15 on the clock. He's going to slow things down, send it back to Matos. Kiski is going to push their way forward for another attempt. Montas turns with it, sends it into space. Nobody making a run for him. Jackson Gilbert sends it forward for Linsly. Toyser Connie is stripped of the ball. Shoebridge has it taken away by Carson. But Mark keeps battling, gets possession back, this time off of Adams. 15.5 minutes remain. Gilbert punches it out, back to midfield. Valdez is there as Kiski has their defenders high. Toyser Connie with nice pressure on Pastor. He has to find his defensive teammate. Murillo, Montas, chipped forward in, and Cotto's nearly there. Not before Ben Weimer can get to it for Linsly. Throws it out to Carson, has it taken away by Shoebridge. Pastor turns, sends it back to Alfonso. He looks to distribute it into Ben Feinstein, and offsides is Ben. .14:20 on the clock as Weimer sets up to send it back into play. All the way to the other keeper, Matos. He's going to send it to Raul Alfonso, number 4 for Kiski. Feinstein, far side of the field to Cotto, up the sideline and out of play. Into the game is Max Mears for Diego Lumba. Into the game for Linsly. Zwicker's going to come out of the game for Linsly, and Luke Lenz comes back in. To the back line of Linsly. Long ball sent forward. 13 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock as Shoebridge dribbles through midfield. Mark turns with it. He's got space up the sideline. Nothing there as it's blasted all the way back into Kiski's side of the field. Number 10, Mike Flynn, had possession for Kiski, or for Linsly, sent it back to the Kiski defender, Valdez. 12 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Long ball into Kiski's territory, corralled by Mears, back to Gabriel Matos. Puts it on for Feinstein. Ben now turns with it, sends it to Cotto, to Shoebridge. Shoebridge looking to get it through to Murillo. Carson pulls it up, distributes it out wide to the right. Kiski takes it away. Feinstein up to Murillo. Ramirez. Shoebridge into Montas. Murillo with some space. Looking to take the shot. Montas now with it. Chipped into Murillo. And out comes Weimer to corral it. Weimer's going to put it out past midfield. 10:55 on the clock. Luke Lenz intercepts the pass to Mears. Nico Ramirez, most recent goal scorer, takes it away. Cotto puts it into the box. It's cleared out by Linsly. Montas takes the pass from Mears. Lenz sends it out of play for a throw in. Kiski's going to make some substitutions. Shoebridge is going to come out into the game for Kiski. Patricio Gonzalez, number 19. Pretty sure that's who that is. Yep, number 19. Cotto battles with it. He's got Gonzalez there with fresh legs. Cotto crosses it. Nice save made by Weimer. Rebound opportunity still available. Flynn comes through, sends it over his head. Linsly still scrambling to get possession and clear things out. Feinstein is called for the infraction. 9 minutes now on the clock. Adams will send it forward for Linsly. Gonzalez there for Kiski. Settles it down. Pastor to Feinstein. Cougars on the rush. Murillo gets it back to Feinstein. Give and go. With Montas, it's loose on the end and cleared by Linsly. Mears cuts that pass off, intended for Lenz. Murillo cuts with it, it's got space for a shot. Ooh, nice save made by the keeper. Just puts that one over the net. Nice look from Jorge Murillo. Out comes Javi Pastor, into the game Melvin Bermudez. Kiski's earned a corner kick. Linsly makes a substitution as well. McPhail comes out of the game. I did not see who went in for him. Feinstein's going to send it across. Back post, cleared out by Linsly. And all the way out of play for a throw-in for the Cougars. 7 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. Montas tiptoes down the sideline there. Miscommunication for Linsly. He's going to earn a Kiski throw-in. Mears into Bermudez quickly. Gilbert takes it away, gets it to Carson, chips it on. Murillo looking for space, offloads it to Ramirez, and back to Valdez. Alfonso now with it, looks for the long ball. He's going to send it on, looking for Mears, making a run down the right side. Montas gets it, chips it forward for Max. Chips it around the defender, but out of play for a goal kick. 6:10 on the clock. Considerably warmer here this morning than it was last night at 8 o'clock. Though many of the players still in long sleeves and gloves. But a beautiful fall day here in Western Pennsylvania. It is our homecoming celebration. So we've got the Cougars taking on Linsly in soccer now. Later on, they take on Western Reserve in soccer. Then we also have Linsly football coming to take on the Kiski Cougars. We're going to stream that game as Murillo puts one just off the field goal post on the shot attempt over Weimer. 5. McKenzie takes the ball away. Apologize if the stream dropped out there a second. We'll get the scoreboard adjusted here in just a minute once we have a break in the action. Valdez up the sideline to Gonzalez. He puts it into midfield for Montas. Taps it back to Murillo. Melvin Bermudez to Ben Feinstein. Out wide to Alfonso. Flynn jumps it in front of Murillo. Renford taps it to Luis Montas, gives it back to Renford, makes a break, and he's pushed off the ball by McPhail. It is 3-0 as the stream dropped out there and my app reset there. So 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the half here as Kiski has a 3-goal lead over the Linsly Cadets. Again, if the stream is having problems, which it seems like it might be a little bit, we will upload the game in its entirety at some point in the next day or two. Montas takes it and sends it just over the corner. Nice look from Luis. Several substitutions. Condi, Correa, and who else? Noah Stein coming into the game. Murillo off, Valdez off, Luis Montas off. 20 seconds remaining in the half. Clock is running, so we'll see. And they're having trouble getting in gear, so 5 seconds remaining. Put into the box, and Matos will smother it. So, at the end of the first half, Kiski Cougars lead the Linsly School Cadets 3-0. We'll be back after a 10-minute halftime with second half action. And we're coming back for the start of the second, a fresh 40 minutes on the clock. Kiski leads Linsly 3-0 here. Linsly finds himself in a similar position than they did last night. They were trailed it to Western Reserve at the half 3-0. So we'll see. Again, they're looking to get their first goal here this weekend. In at goal for the Kiski Cougars is Christian Spahn, taking the place of Gabriel Matos. Looks like many of the starters who started the game for Kiski are back out there. Shoebridge, Murillo, Pastor, Simone Fernandez on the far wing. Linsly takes a similar strategy, sending their starters back out. Far side of the field, Max Mears. Feinstein plays it back to Alfonso. Curves it over to Pastor. Nice ball forward, cut off by Zwicker. Lens to Carson. Feinstein with pressure from Adams. 39 minutes remain as the first minute ticks off here. Shoebridge knifes his way through. Back to Cotto and all the way back to midfield. It's Alfonso who's going to put the long ball in. Offsides for Kiski. 38.5 minutes remaining. Weimer sends it forward to Kiski's back line. Carson with space, chips it forward, making the run is Adams, cuts it off, gets past the Kiski defense and puts it past Christian Spahn for Linsly's first goal of the game. So Linsly on the board for the first time here this weekend. Cutting into the Cougars' lead, knocking it down to 2, 3-1. Kiski leads with 38 minutes and 8 seconds. Nice work from Ashton Adams, the goal scorer for Linsly. Able to fight his way through the defense and put it past the Kiski goalkeeper. We'll see if that shocks the Cougars a little bit, wakes them up here in the second half. Carson now puts it out wide behind Luke Lenz. Cotto into Ramirez. Out wide to Mears, up to Fernandez. Gilbert pressured by Fernandez. Mears has that pass deflected. Pastor trying to gain possession. Carson with a nice turn. Alfonso jumps the route. Shoebridge up to Murillo. Murillo back to Shoebridge. Nice diving tackle by Gilbert. Out of play for a Kiski throw-in. Cotto's going to take the throw-in. Feinstein's loose with space and not able to get everything he wanted behind that one. Weimer will stalk his way forward. Valdez able to get it through. Pastor swings it out wide to Cotto's, making a run down the left side here. Cross. Murillo. Shot deflected. Pastor will collect it for Kiski. Turning with it. And out of play off of Mike Flynn of Linsly. 36 minutes on the clock. Linsly with some new life after their goal. See if they can ride that momentum a little bit. Kiski trying to stave that off. Pastor into Feinstein, off his foot. Carson looking for help. He's going to send it back to his keeper, who quickly puts it out to the K at midfield over the head of everyone, and back to Valdez, who's there to put it forward to Ramirez. Has it stripped by Toyserkani. Alfonso battles with Adams in the corner. They're going to keep possession with Linsly on the far side. Turning shot, scooped up by Christian Spahn. His first save of the game here this half. So he came in as a substitution for Matos. Flynn for Linsly, exchanges passes with Adams to Carson. Javi slows that pass down. Cougars come away with it. Fernandez going to cross it. Blasted back by Zwicker. .34 minutes remaining in the half. Gilbert's back there, puts it in the air. Feinstein collects it. Nice touch by him, sends it forward. Pastor looking for that through pass to Shoebridge. It's there. Off of the defender of Linsly, and Mark Shoebridge able to put it in the back of the net for the Cougars for a 4-1 lead. Nice work by Mark, sticking with that one. Came his first shot attempt was deflected and took a Kiski bounce over to Shoebridge, able to get the second attempt at it, sticking with it. 4-1 puts that padding back in the Cougar lead, giving them a 3-goal advantage here. We still in the morning? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Still this morning. Arguably a much more comfortable game here this morning than last night, with the temperatures in the 30s last night. Much warmer. Probably 30 degrees warmer. Shoebridge tracks it down, keeps it in bounds, makes a cut around Carson, plays it back to Valdez, who he received the pass from. Midfield to Feinstein. Feinstein plays it to Shoebridge. Shoebridge to Pastor. Pastor chips it on. Mark Shoebridge making another run. Has Murillo, who turns. Looking for the shot. It's off of a Linsly defender. And played safely back to the keeper. 32 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the half. Out of play off of Kiski. It'll be Linsly throwing. Zwicker will come to the sideline to have those duties. Over the head of his teammate Matt Rodenberg. Ramirez switches the field all the way to the far side to Max Mears. Makes a cut inside, puts it up for Murillo, not able to get to it before Linsly does. 31:55 on the clock. Over on the other field, we have LFA taking on Western Reserve Academy at the half. Their halftime was the same as our halftime. Western Reserve was leading that game 2-0. Not sure where it stands right now. Can't see the scoreboard. But I did get a report that WRA was leading at the half. They were the winners of last night's game, WRA and LFA, in their respective games. Valdez needs to track it down before Linsly does. Played to Shoebridge. Disaster averted. Off of Shoebridge. Ramirez now to Alfonso. He plays it out wide to his defensive partner, Max Mears. Played up to Fernandez. Still loose in the midfield. Chipped on, and Shoebridge is called offsides. 30 minutes and 18 seconds left to play in the half. Minutes now on the clock as Weimer sends it across the field. Kiski will collect it. Linsly with a rush. Kiski called for the foul. I believe it might have been Koto with the foul. Carson lines up by the ball. Next to him is Mike Flynn. .28:50 on the clock as Carson lines up for it. Takes the shot attempt wide right. No save needed from Christian Spahn. .28.5 minutes remaining. Sorry, too many. Ball boys sending about 3 balls there. Not sure which one they played, but Christian puts it in play. Possession for Lake Forest, or Linsly. Zwicker chips it in on the cross. Turning with it over there is Zach Taylor, number 3. Toyserkani now helping out. Kiski strips them of the ball. Carson coming up to intercept that pass. Now Pastor turns with it, doesn't have anybody near him. Sends it forward to Lumbaugh with speed. And Weimer will put it in the air. And over the back comes Luke Lenz. Short to Ramirez from Koto. Jose is going to work his way down the left-hand side. In the shadow there, Murillo with the left foot. Rebound opportunity gets sent out wide. But it'll be a Kiski corner. .26:45 on the clock. Kiski with a 4-1 lead here in the second half. Both teams getting a goal here in this half. Through the box. Pastor is going to get it for Kiski. Turns with it quickly up the sideline. Works his way inside. Working around the Linsly defense. And not able to finish. But Javi with some nice moves. Wasn't able to get the shot attempt he wanted or the pass that he wanted to put it on net. So it'll be a goal kick with 26:10 on the clock. Flynn turns with it for Linsly. Several changes in possession here. Pressure finally relieved by Kiski as they get the ball rolling in their direction. Lombo with it, looking for the shot. Tries to go back across his body and sends it out wide left. "25 minutes and 14 seconds ticking on the clock. Montas puts it on the ground up to Murillo, and he's taken down by Gilbert. Jackson Gilbert. Pastor sets up by the ball. Referee sets the wall. Pastor from about 20 yards out, just outside the 18. Chips it in. Cleared out by Zwicker. Throw in for Kiski on the near side now. Koto into Murillo. Montas. Give and go between him and Murillo. No shot attempt by Kiski. Headed down by Mears. Lens through midfield to Carson. Chips it into space. And racing out to get it is Christian Spahn. Cleans things up nicely for Kiski as Zach Taylor was there pressuring him. Out of play, far side. Linsly throw in. 23:10 on the clock. Into the game, number 21 for Linsly is Cameron Nayoff, in for Jackson Gilbert. Looks like McPhail on the far side taking the throw in. Off of Mears. Moves it up the sideline a little bit further for Linsly. Pastor puts it in the air out to the 40. Chipped on over the head of Montas. Deflected. Lombo's going to try and track it down with Lenz there, pressuring him. Throw in for Zwicker. 22 minutes remaining. Alfonso. Ball gets through. Kicked out by Weimer. Pass intercepted by Feinstein. Played back to Valdez. 21.5 minutes remaining. Lenz. Ball put off for Carson. Around the Kiski defense. Still with it is Will Carson. Nice pass across to Zach Taylor. Can't get the shot off. And pass pushed through to Christian Spahn. He rolls it out wide to Max Mears. Turning with it, Jose Cotto. Lumba tried to do the give and go with Cotto. Nothing there. Weimer sends everyone forward across midfield. Munoz is going to come in for Javi Pastor. Jackson Gilbert back into the game as well. Be a throw in right below us here. Feinstein. Ramirez sends it through. Zach Taylor. Pressured by Feinstein. Off of Ben. And out of play for a Linsly throw in. Now halfway through. We're at 19:30 on the clock. Over halfway through. Nice strip by Luke Lenz, coming the other way with speed. He's going to take the shot attempt. Christian, like a panther, crawls his way over and makes that save. Guess maybe more like a Cougar since we are the Cougars, huh? Throw in by Linsly. Toyser-Kani stripped of it by Alfonso. Valdez puts it out to the K. $18 minutes remaining in the game. Here comes Kiski with Ben Feinstein, putting the long ball up to Lumba. He's got space and speed. Zwicker there in front of him. Lumba crosses, Feinstein there. And it's Ben Feinstein with the finish. Making it 5-1 for the Cougars here with 17:05 remaining in the game. The freshman with the goal. Nice play by the Cougars. Feinstein working it up to Lumba, then getting to the front of the net for the finish. Diego working around the Linsly defense, puts in a nice cross. Kodo with the throw-in. Kodo will throw it again, this time further up the sideline. Munoz to Montas. Finds it to the feet of Diego Lamba. Murillo battling with the Linsly defense. Montas turns. Nice cut inside. And the finish. Luis Montas makes it 6-1 in favor of the Cougars. Nice move from Luis. Able to work his way around the Linsly defender. Get it to his foot. Make a nice finish. Just past Ben Weimer of Linsly, the goalkeeper. So Kiski looking to deflate Linsly here in the half. Linsly had a little bit of life. Cougars have responded with 3 unanswered goals. There are 16 minutes exactly on the clock. Put forward. Montas pulls things back. Chipped along by Feinstein. Lombo turns with it past Zwicker. Diego crosses it. And offside's called. Jorge is going to come out of the game, and Melvin Bermudez will come in. Time on the clock, 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Montas with Bermudez behind the defense. Melvin's with it, and Melvin Bermudez gets the goal. Nice rebound control from Melvin. That makes it 7-1. Time of that goal, 14 minutes and 54 seconds. Nice header by Montas. Put it over the back line of Linsly. First initial save made, but Melvin sticks with it and buries it in the back of the net. Now, Correa comes into the game for Kiski in place of Bermudez. Andrew Garcia into the game as well. Christian Condi in as well. Out to Luis Montas. He lays it off for Feinstein. Turns with it. Sends it up to Gonzalez, who's also in the game. When do they make all these substitutions? Linsly turns. Sends it up to Taylor. Dropped off for Carson. He puts it through. And Christian Spahn will gobble it up. 13 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Kiski should be in no real hurry here. Gonzalez will clear it out. Linsly throw-in. Renford McKenzie will sub in. Nope, he's not. They're not going to let him in this time. Spawn will roll it over to Max Mears. "12 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the game. Kiski with a commanding lead. Noah Stein will come into the game for Luis Montas. Renford into the game as well. Renford McKenzie in for Valdez. Garcia puts it into play. Carson jumps in front, takes the possession. Toysarkani across the middle of the field, lays it back. Gonzalez looking for Correa. Munoz, now Gonzalez makes a run down the left-hand side. He's got Zwicker in front of him. Chipped into Correa, turning with it. Munoz chips it over. And offsides is called. 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. Carson distributes it up to Toysarkani. Nice ball forward. Lenz. Christian Condi racing back. And nice defense from Christian. Slows that break down, but corner kick earned by Linsly. 10:55, the time of this corner. Looks like Toysarkani in the corner. And header saved by Christian Spawn, quickly thrown out to Gonzalez. With speed, Andrew Garcia is there with him as well. He decides to go into the middle. Feinstein sends it forward over the head of Linsly. Gonzalez chasing it. Linsly coming quickly the other way. Munoz over to Feinstein. Plays it to Noah Stein. Noah turns with it. He gets it, works around the double team. Renford McKenzie with it, has some space. To Correa. Stripped of it. Mears jumps up from the back line to cut off that pass. Feinstein turns, kicks it out wide. It's Diego Lamba. Puts it up to Noah Stein. Stein finds Munoz. He's tracked down from behind by Toysarkani. Renford out wide to Garcia, plays it back to Mears. 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Garcia puts it in the middle, but it's off of, or excuse me, Gonzalez puts it off of a Linsly defender. Garcia will take the throw-in. Zwicker puts it well up into the air. Stein goes up for it for Kiski. To the foot of Jose Munoz. And shot just wide of the keeper. Nice look from Jose. Melvin into the game for Ben Feinstein. minutes and 15 seconds on the clock as Ben Weimer will send it forward for Linsly. Toyserkani with a nice move. Makes a cut. Cut off by Lumba. Kiski with space. Puts it to Gonzalez. Puts it through to Bermudez. Offloaded to Munoz. Tries to trip it over Zwicker. Arguably the tallest person on the field. Condi over to Lumba. Into Correa. 7:20 on the clock. Munoz turns with it. Back to Condi. He's going to switch the field over to Diego Lumba. Zwicker knocks it down, or knocks it forward. Lumba moves things forward, puts it into the box. 6:20 on the clock. Toyserkani works his way around Munoz. Off of Correa, Gonza now for Linsly. Munoz offloads it to Gonzalez. Turning with it. Mears makes a cut. Looks for the through ball, cut off by Zwicker. McKenzie cutting through for Kiski. Linsly keeps possession and it rolls out of bounds just past the feet of Frank Fu. Lumba throws it into Renford. And a free kick given to Linsly. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. After this match, there will be 3 more soccer games, or 2 more soccer games, excuse me. 2 more. There's another one happening right now on the other field. We won't be streaming those. We will be streaming our football game between Linsly and Kiski at 2 o'clock. Gonzalez is offsides, now under 5 to play. So make sure you join us here on the Kiski YouTube channel for football action at 2 o'clock. Linsly's undefeated, 7-0. So that'll be a good matchup, a good test for Kiski. Always a contentious battle between those 2 squads. Toyserkani comes the other way with speed. Plays it through to Diego Lumba. Cuts it off. Renford turns with it, has space up the far side. He's cut off. Melvin now swings it back to Garcia, to Mears. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Fu is battling with McKenzie. Renford, nice touch. Gets the ball back. And Renford just wide of the net. Nice give and go between him and Patricio. Renford not able to finish, looking for a goal here at home. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Montas back in for Jose Munoz. was definitely a quality exchange, just not able to finish the shot. Zwicker will step up to take the throw in. Gonza tracks it down for Linsly. The Cougars converge on him, take it away. Coming the other way now, Renford McKenzie. Gives it to Stein, works his way up the sideline, and just put it out of his reach a little too much as he put it into space. 2 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. McPhail there for Linsly, pressured by Noah Stein. Kept in bounds on the far side. Lumba plays it to Montas. Turns with it. Cut off by Zwicker and blasted back to the Kiski back line and played back to Christian Spahn, who needs to play it out of his box. Puts it to Condi. Up the sideline, it's Lumba. Through to Melvin Bermudez, who needs to track it down. Weimer sliding through to punt it back to midfield. 1:45 on the clock. McKenzie has it taken away from him. Genza, the cadet, battling with two Cougars, McKenzie and Condi. Christian plays it to space. It's captured by Flynn of Linsly. Swung out wide to Taylor. Stripped of it by Garcia, keeps with it. Taylor now looks for the cross. Garcia blocks the shot, or the crossing attempt. And out of play for a Linsly throw-in on the far sideline, deep in Cougar territory. 1:10 on the clock. Cleared away by the Cougars. Montas with speed, works his way around the defense. Nice tackle from McPhail, stops that rush. Mears keeps it for Kiski. 35 seconds on the clock. Melvin working his way through the defense. Shot attempt, save made by Weimer, and Zwicker's going to clear it out across the end line for a Kiski corner kick. Some fancy footwork from Bermudez, and the nice shot attempts. Nicer save made by Weimer. Rebound cleared by the defense. Patricio in the corner. 7 seconds remaining. 2 seconds on the clock, and through the box, and that'll end the game. Kiski beating Linsly 7-1 here this morning as part of the Midwest Prep Invitational. We will be back at 2 o'clock with football. Again, Kiski versus Linsly. Hopefully the Cougars can take note from their varsity counterparts on the soccer field and continue that on the football field here this afternoon. So make sure you come back 2 o'clock. We're going to have football, and best of luck to the teams the rest of the weekend. There's going to be 2 more games after this for both, or 1 game each for both teams, but two matches here at our homecoming celebration. So if you're in the area, make sure you get out to the soccer and the football field for part of our homecoming celebration. If not, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here at 2 o'clock.